Somebody requested a bench video, and I thought, well, what the heck. I'm not going to show you around the whole place, but I can at least show you some of the things I got going on here. And if you notice, right here, I have a secure mount, and that right there is for the AKs that I'm currently working on. You've seen the bench vise, and it's a decent vise. It works quite well for me. It's massive. I like to keep my tools where I can get to them, and basically all my tools are like that. I got breaker bars and hammers and everything else around, and screwdrivers and everything else. You want to make sure you use the right tools. You don't want to wreck your rifles or pistols. These little buggers are fantastic. This right here is it's a block for working on your AR. If you notice, that's the shape of the front sight assembly. That way you can know which side to put it in and take it out with. Works for that as well. This is the one I use most for punching pins and stuff like that out. They're just a nylon block, really easy to use. And you can see I've got all kinds of stuff sitting in there, and got my oils and lubricants over here on this side. The green one is water. So all kinds of lubricants. I've got my steel wool. I don't go very far without steel wool. Here are a couple of spare barrels for the AR and other tools and gizmos, and If you notice, right here is my blazer. The blazer ammunition is the ammunition I use specifically for most of the handgun shooting videos is using blazer, and I use it specifically for velocity testing. And when it comes to the velocities, I want to have an ammunition I can replicate the results 5 or 10 years down the line. And Blazer has always been very consistent with their loadings and stuff like that. They don't change their loadings very often, so their ammunition stays consistent, and as a result the test results stay consistent. So I can go ahead and do velocity testings this year, and 2 years down the road do another test, and it should come out the same. So that's why you see all the big pile of Blazer ammo there. That's the ammunition of choice that I use for my testing. And as well as you can see, the rifle vise there for working on all the rifles. One of the next projects I have is a couple of ARs, and you can see barrels laying here and parts and pieces. I'll probably do a quick AR upper assembly and post that as a video. I never go very far at all also without my multitasker tools. I always make sure I got multitaskers around because I use them for everything. They're specifically for ARs, but you can basically use them for just about anything. Underneath, I also have my bolt bags and some more cleaning equipment and other vices and rifle rests and things like that. I always make sure that everything's nice and handy and I can get to it real quick. And up on top is just basically storage. I keep some more ammunition up there, loose ammunition. Over on the right here, that little thing that holds my paper towels, that right there is something you would use for camping, for your picnicking. You go ahead and you hang your utensils and stuff from that when you go camping or whatever. And it's made specifically to hold a towel, paper towels, and it also has a garbage can or plastic bag holder. And that actually works out really nice because I can keep my paper towels nice and orderly, and my oils and things like that right here. I also go ahead and keep some 550 right there, so it just makes it easier for me to get to things. I'm also changing, I'm trying out something else new, and that is this copper remover. It's Vortec. I've never used it. I don't know I've heard good things about it, and you know, everybody says if you use it, you'll never go with something else. Well, for years, and I, like most people else, you know, everyone else, I've gone ahead and used some other common bore cleaner, and I'm going to try this copper remover. Copper remover is really important for rifles if you're going to use wolf in it. Wolf has got a really soft copper content in it, and it'll leave a nice coating of copper down your barrel. So you need a really good copper remover when you're shooting wolf. Wolf's nice and cheap, and you can go ahead and shoot videos with it and stuff like that. Not, you know, well, actually some of it is pretty accurate, but it's not what I would use for a nice accurate ammo. That right there is my bench, and you can, as you can see, it's nothing fantastic. It's designed to work for me. These little U brackets here, well, that right there, they sell it like Walmart and hardware stores and things like that. I use these on each side of the bench, and you know, they turn just a bit. Get the Miltech out of the way. They turn just a little bit because it's just threaded in there. And what I use that for is I can go ahead and take a rifle stock, I can place it in there and just place the rifle stock right on my bench, and it doesn't fall over or anything like that. Keeps everything nice and tidy, and I don't have to worry about it. More sophisticated equipment over here. Yeah, I keep my abrasive compounds, threading tools, crowning tools. I even have, yeah, I can even read the temperatures and stuff like that. So, you know, I've got some of that stuff over on this side of the bench. So there you go. That's a quick bench tour of my bench. Like I said, it was requested. So if you have any comments or questions, or you want to see something else, feel free to let me know. And hopefully this wasn't too shaky. I'm using the little tip that I gave out not too long ago for using the tripod as a steady cam. It works really good if you're doing some shots. If you're trying to hold on to your camera, you can watch your camera shake. But my arm's getting really tired. So the more tired I get, the more wavy I get. So there you go. That right there is Weaponeer's bench. Comments or questions, leave it below. I'll talk to you later.
Come on.